Two pieces of the same heart, two halves of the same story, two harmonies to the same song. Perfect fit and you're getting more, and the pieces fall into place. It's incredible. Ooh, 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 it's incredible. It's incredible.
So, I'm part of the FBLA club at our school, which stands for Future Business Leaders of America. And it's basically a club where you compete in events from just almost anything that has anything to do with business, from presenting to, that wasn't a good noise, from presenting to job interviews, from taking tests on math or Excel or Word or PowerPoint, but there's a lot of topics. I have this really good speech I wrote out for debate, and I was like, oh, this is a really cool topic. It's a really cool idea. How fun would it be to just alter it a little bit and use the same speech in the public speaking event at FBLA? But the thing is that our high school, the FBLA program is huge. Our high school has won state for the past 9 years in a row, so this will be our 10th coming. Hopefully we won't lose it our 10th year, because that would be kind of lame. Okay, so we have a lot of students participating. There's maybe 60 students competing, which is a lot for a chapter. And in the intro to public speaking, which is for 9th and 10th graders, only one person in the school gets to do it. And I want to do it so badly. I had this whole thing planned out. I was super excited because I knew I had a chance of winning it. And then I just looked at the results for what we got picked for today, and I didn't get chosen for it. But I mean, she chooses people based on like how good they would be at it, but I haven't competed at this school before, so she doesn't really know me yet, so hopefully I'll be able to do it next year, but I'm still a little bit bummed. This year I'll be competing in Intro to Financial Math, which is just basically a 2-hour test I take that is mathematical, super fun. And then the other thing that I'm doing is a partnership with business, which I'm not exactly sure what it is, and I don't know who all of my teammates are. My cat is upset. Hey Nefertiti. Hey kitty. Anyways,
She has something to say.
that is my story for the day.
A Portuguese
rocket flew into it. Hugo thought about his father's favorite movie and wondered briefly if the man would wear an eye patch after the rocket flew into his eye. And the Messiah comes in the fullness of time that he may redeem the children of men from the fall, and because that they are redeemed from...
It is nighttime, and Cosette just went to bed, and so we're just kind of chilling after we read scriptures and all. And
so, story about Nefertiti.
She is obsessed with paper. She can't get enough of it. We always have to have a piece of paper on the bed for her to sit on. You can't hear it. She's purring very loudly. And
There's
then
no more pure joy than the joy of paper.
And then she'll crinkle it so much that we'll have to get her a new sheet every, I don't know how often.
No, but talk about how she almost died.
So I came home and I was upstairs and I heard her yelping, and it kind of sounded like she's just throwing up, since like cats do that a lot. And I came out to check on her, and she was laying on her side on the ground, and I automatically knew something was wrong. So I called my mom, who called Mark. We were able to run her to the vet, and she ended up having a seizure for reasons we still don't know exactly.
I didn't think she was going to survive the night.
Yeah, but she ended up...
Even suggested or gave us the option of
to
putting
put her down.
And they also suggested we take her to a 24-hour emergency vet because they weren't there all night. And they said that she needed to be put on a potassium drip.
Yeah.
And if it stopped for any reason, she would die. So an overnight care would be good, except for we live in a fairly rural town, and a driver out to the 24-hour vet, they didn't think she would survive the journey.
Yeah.
So we were kind of stuck. So we just decided I didn't want to put her down. I wanted to at least give her a chance. And so we did the 24-hour drip, and the vet, sweet guy, came in the middle of the night and checked on her, and she was starting to be responsive.
Which was super great. We, honestly weren't expecting her to live the night, and if she did, we thought...
we had really prepared a...
Yeah,
and
we thought that we might have to, set her down in the morning, and yeah, she's a very old cat. Yeah.
And so we thought, maybe she's lived as much a life as she can. And we were really, really, really delighted to... Uh-oh.
She gonna throw up? Oh, good times.
That on camera. We were so excited. I mean, beyond excited that she was able to come home the next day, and even the nurse there was super surprised too that she was able to come home. But the downside was they said that she's blind, and so she's definitely been bumping into things. I kind of wonder if she's gotten her vision back a tiny bit.
But she is definitely...
But she's definitely mostly blind.
Yeah. Which is alright though. We still have our baby and...
now. And she has her papers, so she's just full of happy. So you'll see that curling up in bed after the end of the day is my favorite thing to do, especially with my kidlets. But right now, I am writing because Mark and I have a writing challenge for each other because we both love writing, but it's so intimidating to face that blank page, and we both have these book projects we're working on. So instead of a positive reinforcement, because having a positive reward has not been enough to keep us going, especially we'll get going and then yet another catastrophe will hit. So we've decided, because we both hate olives so much, that we're going to have a writing competition monthly, and whoever loses the competition has to eat a can of olives. And it's a two-pronged challenge, so it's possible you'll have to eat a half a can and the other person will have to eat a half a can. We'll have to see. And I think it's really just the small cans, but that is still enough to make me, after I'm tired and just want to relax, to sit down and finally write, because I want to make him eat the olives. So we're calling it the Olive Writing Challenge.